What do you know? Let's start here. What do you know about this report of a bloody glove that was found near Nancy's home?
Yeah, so there is a local media outlet reporting that there was a black glove found about a mile from Nancy's home, that it had some blood on it, that the people who found the glove, I guess, had a hard time getting authorities to take it seriously, to even come pick it up, but eventually it seems like it was picked up. I'll tell you, Jesse, though, I mean, there are so many black gloves around here. I mean, I've lost count of how many people have found or seen a black glove in this neighborhood, in this part of Tucson. Everybody's sort of on the lookout for black gloves now. So personally, I'm not putting much weight in. There's just gloves everywhere, it seems like, at this point. So I don't know. We'll see. It didn't look, I couldn't tell exactly that it was blood in the picture that I saw, but we'll have to wait and see.
And I just have to temper this one more time. The glove that they found, that they put in, the DNA they put into CODIS, there was something about that glove they thought stood out, the one that was nearly 2 miles away. I know they're doing genetic genealogy testing on it, waiting for the results back. I hope it proves something, but it could be very well not even connected to this case whatsoever. I hate to say it, but that could be the truth. Okay, let's talk about this idea that there could be more than one suspect. Where did that come from?
So that theory's been floating around for a while, because you think about it and it just makes sense. I mean, could one person have really pulled this off alone? Was there a getaway driver? Was there someone who ran around the backside of the house? You know, all sorts of experts who have been analyzing this case since the beginning have brought that up. But what's interesting, Jesse, is today, in this official release from the sheriff's office, the official update, they give us one every day, they very clearly said that investigators are not ruling out the possibility of additional suspects, which I just thought was interesting that they are now putting that out officially. And the sheriff has said that in the past, but just seeing it in black and white today makes me wonder if maybe there's some new information that's come in that they think for sure there's more than one person involved.
I find it fascinating what they'll confirm and not confirm. Like, they still haven't confirmed if there was forced entry at the Guthrie home, right? I mean, you went right up to the front porch. Any reason why they haven't confirmed that? Maybe they haven't, I missed it. And what did you see when you went to the front porch?
Yeah, they definitely have not confirmed it, because initially there were reports, and this is way early on in the first couple days I was here, that there was forced entry. And I remember the sheriff shot that down and said, I don't know where that's coming from. We're not going to confirm that. It appears that the suspect likely didn't go in the front door, but came out the front door. So we don't know if they had to break in, or whoever it is had to break in through the back, or if maybe there was a door that was left open. We still don't know. That is one of the things that the sheriff will not comment on, and there really haven't been any leaks on that front. What we saw, though, is, you're looking at the video now, that's what we saw when we were able to go to the front door. That's when we saw the blood out there, and you know, there was like, you remember in the video where you could see the suspect putting the like the leaves and the shrubbery up against the camera. You could see where he threw that on the ground. That's still there.
And there was always the possibility, did Nancy come out? You know, I mean, we still have so many, not a lot of details about it. I thought the part about the Mexican authorities kind of downplaying that she went there, you know, on one hand, following this case, you'd be like, yeah, it makes sense. Why would someone take her to Mexico? That seems strange. But on the other hand, you did an excellent report yesterday where you went there. You explained how easy it would be to transport somebody there, how easy it would be to get the medications that she would need to survive at a Mexican pharmacy. What were your thoughts on that today, and why they completely shut it down? I mean, I don't know if you're hearing from authorities in the United States that despite that they're still interested in it, but you know, it seems like a big blow.
Well, it seems like it would be impossible to fully shut it down, just because if you go south from here, you hit Mexico quickly. Yeah. I mean, so how can you totally, unless they know for sure that she wasn't taken there, but they don't. They've said there's no evidence she was taken there, and there's no evidence she wasn't taken there. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. I don't know if it's more of a PR thing. I mean, it seems like the Mexicans were quick to just be like, no, we don't have anything to do with it. You know, we have no evidence that she's here. But from what I'm hearing behind the scenes, the FBI is still in communication with them. They have a pretty good, there's actually an FBI office in Mexico. So what I'm told is they have a good relationship with past investigations. The Mexicans are very good at investigating kidnappings. So we'll just have to see where it goes.
And the DNA, I mentioned it before, it has to go genetic genealogy. They have to put it into a public database. They compare that, obviously, with other information they're getting in the case. Have you heard anything about the status of that?
No, and there was in the update today, they officially said that that's ongoing, and my gut is that that's going to take some time. That's what I've been told by everyone who in the know on that and who has done it in the past on other cases. You know, it doesn't usually just take days. It usually takes weeks. Sometimes it takes months. It just depends whoever this suspect is and if that is the right DNA, whether they have extended family members in some of these databases. And we're just going to have to wait and see.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.